As an Asian, I can tell that street food is one of the most typical topics when talking about Asian culture. So, what do we know so far about street food? Technically, street food is ready-made food sold by street vendors, or you can find it at food kiosks in an outdoor market. It varies from culture to culture, and people love it because of its convenience and the low price. Hi, I'm Cùng from the Union of Students of International University. Here's the podcast series of IU Union of Students cooperating with the District 11 Youth Union. We're hoping to give you a relaxing time and also to learn some new English vocabulary. Moving into today's topic, we will introduce you to the top 3 street foods that are most favored in Asia. First of all, pork satay. If you've ever been to Thailand, the most visited country in Southeast Asia, for sure that you have tried it. Otherwise, you've probably heard of it. Out of Asian countries, Thailand is well known for the culture of street food. Pork satay is the most standout because of its appealing scent and its delicious taste. It's simply pork brewed with coconut milk, and as we can see from the name of it, it's spiced up with satay sauce. And that's a real deal because everything tastes better with a spicy flavor. As we've just gone through a few main ingredients, we can already figure out the general taste. Sweet, salty, and slightly spicy. If you take a stroll along Thai Street, you may catch a tangy aroma that we all know where it's coming from. The next one is bánh mì, a typical Vietnamese breakfast. We're no longer surprised by this because all Vietnamese are raised and grown up eating bánh mì as a go-to meal. It consists of baguette and is filled with meat and vegetables, and the fillings can be different depending on the recipes or the buyer's preference. They could be grilled pork, meatballs, or cold cuts with cucumber, cilantro, pickled carrots, and radish, pate, and mayonnaise or soy sauce for a relish. Because it is usually lavishly stuffed to the liking of Vietnamese, it is generally considered a hearty meal, and you may feel repleted after having a bánh mì. Given that it includes many ingredients, bánh mì is one of the must-tries when you come to Vietnam, and frankly, every visitor would fall for it. The last one we have on our list is Xiaolong Bao, and we may all have the foggiest clue that those end with bao come from Chinese. And yes, it is. The Xiaolong Bao may be the most special out of all types of bao that I've ever tried. It is commonly referred to as a dumpling with a soup inside, and we could simply put it as a soup dumpling. Xiaolong Bao is usually filled with pork like a traditional dumpling. The only difference is that it also contains solid meat aspect, which will eventually melt into soup when we steam the dumpling. It then can be used with soy sauce or ginger and vinegar. Make sure not to miss out on this special bao if you ever come to China. To close this topic to an end, we shall have a review of some of today's vocabulary. First, words about flavor. Spicy, sweet, salty. Words about ingredients. Coconut milk, grilled pork, meatballs, cold cuts, cucumber, cilantro, pickled carrots, radish, pate, mayonnaise, soy sauce, ginger, and vinegar. Other words. Street vendor is a food seller who sells food in a small stall alongside the street rather than in a store or restaurant. A hearty meal means a complete and large meal. Replete, to be full of something. Relish means sauce. Tangy aroma means solid and pleasant smell from food. And that's the end of today's talk. Next time in the following podcast, let's meet again. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook and YouTube. Goodbye!